because it's going to happen. It's just, it's one of those sort of science things, cause and effect. Mm-hmm.
Become a farmer. Here's a couple of acres. So when you think about how broken our economic system truly is, I am reminding everyone that there is a reason why revolution is inevitable. The concept of money and what it means is, I'm not saying it's not real, but it's devalued. And when you are in control of levers of power, the likes of which we can't even possibly comprehend, I am reminding you all that there is a reason why, even though I believe we are currently getting better numbers, and I believe this, despite all of the suppression, I believe we're doing better than little Ben Shapiro is actually doing with the Daily Wire.
Okay, that's once. Is that once?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, I'm just saying, I don't think I missed one, right? Like that's once.
Yeah, that's first. And I am convinced that the Daily Wire is on its way out. But there's something very sinister going on here with the Daily Wire.
I think it's been out, and that it's been one of those things where its existence, its membership, its following, it's got a very K-Hive fake vibe to it, and it has for a long time. So yeah, I think that he's been fumbling for a lot longer than just recently.
Well, little Ben Shapiro, the company which was founded by him in 2015, has been in talks with Highmount Capital to lead a funding round that would value the company at $750 million, according to documents reviewed by Semaphore. You tell me in what universe a company like the Daily Wire is worth $750 million.
That's what I mean. It's not real. It's a figment. So that's one of those things that is just a made up inflated value number based on what? How does it have that value?
It doesn't.
That's crazy.
And oh my God. Colin, if you could pull up the story. Exclusive. Daily Wire under pressure seeks strategic investors, targets IPO. IPO. This is going public.
I don't believe this. Something is very weird. And we're going to get into that, right? Because this is not a typical situation. We looked into this. Isn't this the company that you looked into?
I like that. What democracy? What democracy? The Daily Wire. That should be the new name. The Daily Wire, one of the biggest players in conservative media, is more the appropriate word, is in talks to take at least a $100 million investment with an eye on an IPO, initial public offering, in a few years' time. Will they be around in a few years is the better question. The company, which was founded by conservative podcaster Little Ben Shapiro in 2015, has been in talks with Highmount Capital.
You think you're hanging here all day or higher than me or better than me? Yeah, well, I gotta miss you. You're not. I'm a father. I can think that you are not better than me at all. Yeah, I'll teach you.
This might happen again. To lead a funding round that would value the company at $750 million. So they're trying to infuse $100 million into this company and then value it at $750 million. The Daily Wire, which is trying to take on the New York Times, what? Which is trying to take on the New York Times from the right, privately discuss. The New York Times is the shit lib right if you haven't been paying attention. privately disclosed that it notched 48 million in adjusted EBITDA. I don't know what that stands for, Jen. Do you know?
I don't know, some sort of tax thing or bonus subsidy thing, or I don't friggin' know. You're asking, I'm
Somebody
like
in
the
the
last
chat,
person who knows that shit.
somebody in the chat, let us know if you happen to know
It
what.
is so not my thing, guys. You know that. That's where I
Anyway,
hear the voice from the teacher of Charlie Brown.
but it's also failed to grow its subscriber base. You mean it's losing its subscriber base? And to keep the ones it has paying, the documents show. Highmount, which was founded by 2 former Coke industry employees, has been helping the Daily Wire to shop around the investment to at least 4 other firms, including 2 strategic investors. The company's bankers said it has fielded buyout offers above $1 billion. Who? How much can we get bought out for? Because if the Daily Wire is worth $1 billion, I'd like to think we're worth at least a few million, maybe.
Well, then maybe we should be supporting this value system because it could only help smaller peanuts like us.
Apparently so. The company's bankers said, but that the Daily Wire's founders prefer to take a minority aligned investment to grow the business. There's a reason you're calling it the Daily Wire, and that should stick. Those bankers said a $2 billion IPO could be achievable within approximately 18 months. See, what is the concept of money anymore? What does it matter?
Well, that's what I mean. It's based on absolutely nothing. And when the whole thing comes crashing down like a house of cards, it's going to be very interesting to see what's left, because this valuation is silly. That's just not, based on what?
Scroll, Colin.
I mean, I don't understand.
Oh, is that it?
What that's based on.
No. Okay.
The same magical thing that our entire economy is based on, really, which right now is a non-existent like thing that's called the AI bubble. It's just fake shit.
Jen, your turn.
Once seen as the Fox News for the next generation of conservatives. Did you read that part yet?
No.
Okay. The Daily Wire has stumbled over the last several years. Strategic missteps and internecine fighting, isn't that a big fancy word, have led to key departures and audience attrition. The company parted ways last year with CEO Jeremy Boring, who had spearheaded its expansion into big budget scripted film series. The move came at the same time that Shapiro clashed with former Daily Wire employee Candace Owens and other media personalities on the right, including Megyn Kelly, Tucker Carlson, and Steve Bannon. The plot thickens. The Daily Wire's paid subscriptions, which make up about 3/4 of the company's revenue, dropped by 1/3 in 2025 from a year ago to roughly 850,000 people. Ad revenue, which is 20% of its revenue, has also dropped every year since 22. So what makes something that's dropping so greatly, so fast, be worth this much money, to be worth $1 billion? Despite I was going to go. You want me to go?
No, yeah, it's fine.
Despite boasting 3.2 million subscribers, I doubt that number. I think a lot of it, like K-Hive, it's some K-Hive shit. Recent YouTube videos have notched only tens of thousands of views, and it has begun to lose subscribers on that platform. Shocking. Yeah.
Highmount ascribes some of the company's recent struggles to an epic medieval scripted series, The Pendragon Cycle, that did not fully resonate with the core Daily Wire audience and consumed the majority of the 2025 content budget, leaving fewer resources for new programming that could drive subscriber acquisition and marketing. The Daily Wire spent $50 million on the effort, the memo said. Let me explain something to you guys and how we know our channel gets hit. Because even if the view numbers are not high, what we always have, generally, with rare exception, is high engagement. Even if we have 300, 350 people watching on a Thursday, the engagement in the chat is always lively. People are always involved. There is really something to be said.
And here the whole time.
Correct.
And here the whole time. Yeah.
Correct. And so then you take it a step further and you swing it back to something like the Daily Wire, as Binary Fairy just pointed out in the chat. Yes, one of the reasons why this is a total farce of a situation is because evidently they tried to do a live stream the other day. Very, very true. And there was basically nobody there. There was nobody there. And because there was nobody there, that just goes to show you how much of a paper tiger they really are.
Which is, if you have that many subscribers and that's your interaction, then that means your subscribers are not real.
Correct. I did a clip when I did the Bolzerian clip the other day, basically detailing all of the different hierarchy ownership of all of our major institutions. That clip had over 25, I think it's like 2,500 likes, I think close to 1,000 comments, and yet somehow is just over 10,000 views. We know what they're doing, but this is an example of when you are a part of the club and the real club. We're talking about the Zio entity club. You can't lose. You fail upward. Even if your numbers are atrocious, somebody will come in and say, yeah, this is worth $2 billion. In what universe? In a universe where the system is rigged, truly rigged. And that's what this is. The restructuring also created a clearer leadership chain of command and clarified the media company's business priorities. Highmount, an investor in the sports and comedy media company Dude Perfect, envisioned significantly expanding its consumer products division, which already includes Daily Wire endorsed household goods like Jeremy's razors.
I don't know what that is. Do you?
It's probably like the Dollar Shave Club type stuff. Keep scrolling.
Okay. Guys, don't use that product.
Yeah, please don't.
Don't support Jeremy's razors.
The New York Times has done an excellent job of expanding the value of its subscription beyond core news by adding games, cooking, wire cutter, product reviews, The Athletic, and audio content, creating multiple daily touch points that justify a premium price and reduce churn. Daily Wire has the opportunity to follow a similar playbook for its audience. They're living in La La Land. Like they really are. The New York Times, the New York Times, it is the most subscribed to newspaper in the United States of the ones that still exist.
Right. And it is old school. Right. So it is somewhat hard nowadays to know how to value any of that anymore. Like
Correct.
Shares and right. So but for them to think that they're even in the same category is laughable.
As part of the restructuring, Shapiro agreed to take less podcast money for more equity in the company. And the company planned to hire 5 emerging talents to produce. But so what they're basically saying, they're going to try.
I want to know who these emerging talents are.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, really. Talk about missing the boat on that one. What's the matter? Michael Knowles and Matt Walsh are not doing it for you anymore.
You need some younger betas. Is that what it is? You need some younger.
Are you going to try to hire Benny in the Closet Johnson? Is that what you're going to do? Is that where it's going to come from? I mean, really? That you guys, put it in the chat. Who are they going to hire? Who are these emerging talents that we're just not aware of yet? To produce podcasts?
Who are the new up and comer Gen Z douche canoes in their genre? Who do we need to know about, guys?
The memo also said that the company will increase its editorial investment to $6.4 million a year from $2.4 million and boost headcount to 67 from 22 as it's going to expand. Oh, that's great.
Oh, okay. Ben's planning an expansion of sorts is what we're saying. And it's
expanding beyond politics into breaking news, investigative journalism, national security, business, sports, health, and opinion. Nick Shirley, yeah, Nick Shirley is probably one of them. I'll give you that one. It almost sounds like they're trying to copy Status Quo News. Bozo the Clown. Yeah, that could be good. You see, ladies and gentlemen, and this is really the key ingredient here if you're not paying attention. Look at all of the ones that they've added. Look closely. Breaking news, investigative journalism, national security. And that's all you need. That's it right there. National security. So that basically is suggesting that they're going to have some type of a relationship with the Pentagon and some type of a relationship with the alphabet agencies. And they are an arm, if they're not already. I mean, they clearly are an arm of the Israel lobby. Now they're going to be a true lobby of the American lobby. Take with that what you will. Do we have any more, Colin?
I think I'm bored of the Daily Wire. I think I'm bored of this.
How much longer
I think we should take rid of this and move on to the next thing. Anybody else have an opinion on this?
Well, we'll finish it out. We're almost done. The Daily Wire is one of several right-leaning media companies that are interested in competing for ad dollars from blue chip companies. It plans to host a series of events this week at the annual Cannes Lions Ad Festival. The advertising environment for Daily Wire has shifted meaningfully over the past 2 years. The stigma has kept many mainstream brands from advertising on conservative media platforms during 20 to 23 period has largely dissipated. The return of Fortune 500 advertisers validates the platform's scale and audience quality. Again, where's the audience? Because the audience looks like it's gone. And we expect the advertiser base to continue broadening as Daily Wire's content mix diversifies. Even if the $1 billion price tag or the potential IPO price remain far-fetched for a business that relies heavily on a handful of individual personalities like Shapiro, yeah, they're really relying on him. The Daily Wire's significant paid subscription business easily makes it one of the biggest players in this era of political digital media. The last several months have clearly shaken the confidence of some investors, but the previously unreported financials suggest that publications' audience decline could be a blip attributed more to a reduction in content and paid marketing dollars.
And this is what I think what Miranda's saying. That's what I want to point out about this. That's where it doesn't matter if there's actual investors, there will be investors.
I agree with that 100%. The split in the MAGA movement between Shapiro and others in the online right is real and could alienate a portion of the audience. Could that may pass on subscribing and paying the Daily Wire for its consumer products like Jeremy's chocolates. You got to be shitting me. It's also isn't a winning proposition to be investing in a media company that is seeing declining growth, even in the short term.
Wait, Jeremy's chocolates?
Yeah, for Jeremy.
What was the other Jeremy's thing?
Jeremy's razors.
All right, guys. Fuck Jeremy. You know what I mean? Like, why? No, none of that shit. If you guys see,
he's boring in more ways than one. Recent digital media sales show just how much the economics of digital media have shifted. BuzzFeed last month sold a majority stake to Byron Allen for roughly 86% below its peak valuation, while Vice, Mick, and Food 52 had sold for 90% below their highs, according to Axios.
All right.
There is no way that this company is worth shit. And on top of everything else, the one thing that we also want to point out to you guys, in case you're wondering who Highmount Capital is that supposedly is coming in to save the Daily Wire.
Right. Yeah. That's the important part of this. That's the part that I kind of wanted you to get to. I think this is the key point. So who is coming in to save the Daily Wire, right?
Well, so it's interesting. Jen, it's funny you should ask. Right. As it turns out, these two dick writers are former employees of the Koch brothers. We steward capital and companies to help the world flourish. Highmount Capital is a private investment firm building long-term partnerships with bold, high-potential, principled entrepreneurs to create enduring companies. And as it turns out, the head of Highmount Capital, Jason Ilion, oh boy. Jason is a seasoned tech executive sought after speaker, published author, imperfect father.
Okay, can I say something? Can I say that? Published author? I'm a published author. So are you. I don't know what that means. I'm just saying.
Imperfect father, growing husband. He has to grow as a husband. And most importantly of all,
He's a growing husband. He's learning, ladies. He's learning.
and a thankful follower of Jesus. And there it is.
So what does that tell us? Okay. What it tells me, okay, and this can go back to when, and I said this to you earlier, when he made that donation, like what was about him linking up with Turning Point. This is about Ben linking arms with the Goyim. This is about Ben finding financial support from the Christian Zios. And
That is absolutely not true. You know not of what you spoke.
He thinks so little of them. He thinks so little of them.
They're Goyim.
It's just interesting that now that's what he's doing. So that's, interesting.
When I gave $1 million to Turning Point USA, it was because I had blood on my hands and I'm trying to cleanse my soul. You don't have one, little Ben. It never existed. And to bring the entire conversation of the evening full circle, just to have a little fun, here's what little Ben had to say regarding the election results in New York.
Leading all
Oh
of
my
this.
God.
Who's leading all of this? Who is the DSA? As we pointed out, it is overeducated, useless white people. Some of them are white, some of them are not. But bottom line is, this professional, disproportionately white, the professional useless class, they've been
Wait a minute. Did he just talk about professional useless white people? I have never heard more.
Somebody hasn't looked in the mirror.
I have never heard more of a projection so blatant in my life. Okay, I'm sorry.
You could tell
over the last 20, 30, 40 years in university classrooms. They've been majoring in absolute junk. They're unemployable losers who have never held a real job, but they did go to the best colleges for years and then more years, and then they can't get real jobs. So they end up as community organizers or agitators or political aides for crappy candidates who hate the country. The Democratic Socialists of America is a make-work machine for college-educated losers. That's what it is.
Little Ben.
Did you just say the Democratic Socialists of America is like losers?
In reality, when I was young, I tried to join the DSA and they would not have me. So I decided to create my own organization. I hope this voice is torturing the shit out of you. But you know what I think? I think little Ben needs to get smashed in the face one more time.
Is that what you're? All right, I'll do the small version.
Yeah, I'll teach you.
If anybody is useless, if anybody is on their way out in terms of influence, it's this dumb shit right on the camera right here. And the fact of the matter is, regardless of what he is suggesting, regardless of what his group is suggesting that they're going to do in terms of pumping out this content and making something happen, Daily Wire is going to salvage its reputation and its business. No. In typical corrupt, capitalist, Zionist fashion, little Ben is looking for a golden parachute. He's looking for somebody to come in there, stuff his dying piece of shit company that absolutely unequivocally answers to the state of Israel, to pump it with a bunch of money, convince people that it's worth something, get some dumb shit to buy it, and then he's going to take his money and run. Not only that, but he forgot to shave today.
Is that what that is? I thought it was like fecal matter from somebody's ass that he's been kissing.
Well, he's definitely been up a few asses before.